Hey guys, this is Mr. H. Hey, I want to do a video on basically how to solve linear inequalities using just a graph, being able to find out where your inequality starts and which direction it should go. Should it be less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to? So that's the goal. So let me jump into this. All right, first thing, learning target is basically what I just said. By the end of this video, I'm hoping that you can look at a graph of two lines and be able to tell not only where they're equal, but also which way the inequality should be written when you're looking at a linear inequality. So we're going to be able to determine this graphically. All right, now, here's an idea that's really important. If I said you got two wrestlers, and if I were to say who's winning, you would say generally the person on top is winning, right? So the person on top, if I were writing this, I would say the person on top is greater. And of course, that means the person on the bottom is less than. So the person on the top is greater than, and the person on the bottom is less than. Now, the reason that this is important, everyone in my class can tell me now, if I were to say, where are these two lines, the blue line and the red line equal, they would say, oh, right here. And I would say, yes, that's exactly right. There's only one place where these two lines are equal, and the coordinates of that point are -5, 3. So that means that the answer is x equals a -5, because we only care about the x coordinate. So I would say x equals a -5 is the solution to this system of equations. You got a blue line, red line. Now, we're going to take that idea and we're just going to elaborate on it to be able to solve inequalities. So first thing, so now this again, if you were to look at this and I said, where are the blue and the red line equal? You would say, oh, the answer to that is x equals 5, because right here, they're equal. Nowhere else. Nowhere else. Okay. Now, that part is simple. Now what we're going to do is we're going to change it a little bit. I'm going to say, where is the blue line greater than or equal to the red line? All right, well, we know it's equal right here, but which direction do you go in order to have the blue line greater than the red line? Well, if you go to the right, any number over here, any x value over here, the blue line is always above the red line. The blue line is always above the red line. So what we would say, the solution for this would be when x is greater than or equal to 5, because this is where it starts, the intersection, anything going this direction, the blue line is always going to be above the red line. Boom, done. All right, now, here we have another one. This one is saying, where is the blue line less than the red line? Again, it starts right here, but any number that you go in this direction, you can see that the blue line is below the red line, which means that the blue line is less than the red line. So we would say when x is less than, not equal to, but less than 5, everywhere to the left of 5, the blue line is below the red line. All right, now let's look at another example. All right, now same question, same initial question. Where are the blue line and the red line equal? Well, they're equal right here. So we would just say when x is equal to a -1, the blue line and the red line are equal. Now let's move to this one. This one is saying, where's the blue line less than or equal to the red line? So we know it starts right here. We know they're equal to, but which direction do you need to go in order for the blue line to be less? Well, if you go to the left, not a very good line. If you go to the left, you can see that the blue line is below the red line. Anywhere, any x value that you choose, the blue line is going to be below the red line. So what we would say for this is x, when x is less than or equal to a -1, the blue line is lower than the red line. All right, so that would be your answer right there. Now let's go look at this one. This one is going the other direction. It says, where is the blue line greater than or equal to the red line? Well, we know it's equal to right here, but the question is, what direction do we need to go in for the blue line to be greater? Well, if you go to the right, any number here, any x value that you choose, the blue line is above the red line. So you would say when x is greater than or equal to a -1, the blue line is greater than the red line. Or the blue line is on top of the red line. That's the same thing. You're saying the same thing. All right, one more series. So again, where is the blue line equal to the red line? Well, where x equals 0. So right here, the x coordinate is 0, so that's where they're equal. That's our solution. Now, where is the blue line less than the red line? Well, we're going to start here. And which direction are we going to go? Well, if we go this direction, you can see that the red line is on top and the blue line is on the bottom. So that means that the blue line is less than the red line. So anything that goes to the right of the 0, anything to the right of the 0, anything greater than 0, the blue line is going to be less than the red line. Done. That's our answer. And last but not least, this one is saying, where is the blue line greater than or equal to the red line? Well, we know it's equal to right here. So we know it's equal to at 0, but which direction is the blue on top of the red? Well, if we go to the left, the blue is on top and the red is on the bottom. So that means if we go to the left, less than or equal to 0, anything going in this direction, the blue line is going to be on top. Now, let's look at a couple of questions from Delta Math, because now that you know, if you can read the graph, now that you can kind of see, you can answer some of these questions. So let's pull this up. This is not what I want. We're going to go here. Let's go here. Let's get some of these. All right, so what they want to know is when you look at this inequality, a -4f minus 8 is greater than or equal to 5f minus 2, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to graph this. The left-hand side is going to create a blue line. I'm going to write that. It's going to be a blue line. And the right-hand side is going to be a red line. And so what we want to know is where's the blue line on top of the red line. So let's just graph it. So we go get the calculator and we're going to go, let's get rid of this real quick. So we're going to go to the graph. Let's get rid of this menu 14, menu 45. All right, so we're going to press tab. And remember, we can only graph x's, so this is going to be a -4 x minus 8. Press enter. There's our blue line. And then we're going to press tab, and it's going to be 5x minus 2. That's going to be a red line. Now, I'm going to pull the graph up so you can see it. Now, first thing we need to do is find the intersection. That's what we need to do. So we're going to do menu 64. And we're going to press enter, pull it, and it says that the intersection occurs at a -0.666667. Now, I know that that's the same thing as a -2/3. But anyway, what we want to, the most important thing is, where is the blue on top of the red? Well, if we go to the left, you can see that the blue is on top of the red. If you go to the right of the intersection, the red is on top of the blue. But if you go to the left, the blue line is on top of the red line. So we want to go to the left. So we're going to make this less than or equal to, and then let's just convert this -667. Okay, so I'm going to go here. Let's get rid of this menu 15. And then you're going to do a -0. I don't know how many sixes to do, but I usually put a bunch. And then I'm going to do menu 22. And then so it tells me it's a -2/3. So that's what I put in here. -2 divided by 3. Press enter. And let's see here. Press enter again, and it says, great. All right, let's do another problem. All right, same thing. The left-hand side, the negative 7b plus 7, that's going to create a blue line. The 8b minus 4 is going to be a red line. But the key is, this one is saying, where is the blue line below or less than the red line? So let's graph it. All right, so let's go to the graph. Let's get rid of this menu 14. Done. And then we're going to do menu 45, start here. And we're going to put a negative 7x plus 7. And there's the blue line. And then we're going to press tab, and it's going to be 8x minus 4. And we press enter. And so we got our graph here. So I'm going to pull this so that we can see this a little better. But now what we're saying is, where is the blue line less than or equal to the red line? So we need the intersection. So menu 64, press enter, boom. We've got this repeating decimal again, so we're going to have to convert that. But what we need to know is, where is the blue line less than? And if we go to the right, we can see that the blue line, the more we go to the right, the blue line is less than the red line. So we're going to make this greater than or equal to, because we're going to be going to the right. Now all we got to do is take this 0.73333 and convert it. So I'm going to go back over here, and I'm going to go 0.7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Then I'm going to do menu 22. And it says 11 over 15. So I put 11 over 15. And it says, what does it say? It says, great job. All right, so I'm hoping that this is helpful. Again, whenever you're looking at this, let me go back to a better example. This is a good example, right? So you can see where the two lines are equal. And basically, depending on which way your inequality is, if you want to know where the blue line is greater than the red line, you would say, oh, if you go in this direction, you can see that the blue line is above the red line. Any value for x that you put in for both of them, you're going to see that the blue line is above the gray. So that means that our answer would be x is less than a -5. Because anything that goes less than a -5, the blue line is going to be on top. All right, guys, I hope this has been useful. I hope it makes sense. Sorry, it's kind of took me a little longer to do this one, but I'm hoping that that you get it. I'm going to stop this and post.